Hi guys, it's Victoria. I just want to tell you guys something about the DTF printer that we ordered. I told y'all about. I'm going to show y'all a picture of it on the video. But I want to tell you guys a couple of things. We ordered it off of Amazon thinking we were protected through Amazon. I did not notice that it was a third-party seller. It popped up on my wall because I had been researching DTF printers. It looked like a good deal. I'll show you all the pictures. It has a few 5-star reviews, doesn't have a lot of reviews, but when I show you the pictures and stuff, you might understand how the mistake was made, okay? So, we ordered it and I started trying to find videos of how do I use it when it gets here so I can be prepared to set it up and do all the things we need to do. Because, it also needs another computer, like many things do. You have to have a different device to work certain things on. Okay, so as I'm doing research, I realize this printer only prints 8.27 size images. Wait, what? That's like a child size image. Really, it's not that big. And so that's not what the pictures show. So now, should I have read the fine print? Should I have done a little more research before I ordered it? Yes, that is my fault, 100%. So, as we're looking at it, whatever, we tried to cancel the order. It was too late, it had shipped. Okay, so anyway, we couldn't cancel the order. So then we called Amazon and they said, well, once it gets back, you can just do a return. We said, okay. So, we got the order in. It's been sitting by the front door. We did not mess with it or anything. We didn't open it clearly because we weren't going to keep it. So now they had added more on their page. So they do carry bigger ones apparently. So we called Amazon when it got here and they said they had to contact the seller and have the seller send us a return label. And so instead of them sending a return label, they called. So apparently they weren't supposed to call us. They were supposed to deal with Amazon, not us directly. But they called my husband's phone and was screaming and yelling about how we were gonna pay for the shipping, the return, and they weren't going to give us our money back for the product. Regardless of that it had been open or not, they were not going to give us our money back because they wanted us to buy a bigger printer and pay for it right now. And we're like, no. After, if you return this one and give us back our money, then we will maybe get one of your bigger ones then, if it's big enough, because we don't even know you didn't have bigger ones apparently when we ordered one, right? So it was a big back and forth. The lady is screaming crazy. She had someone speaking. I'm sorry that I'm saying this because I don't know the proper term of this, but Chinese, I think it's called Mandarin or something, their language. I'm not that great with that, I'm sorry. But he was speaking to her and she was translating to my husband. And I could hear her yelling all the way across the house. And so I came in the room so I could hear the whole entire conversation. And so she kept saying, well, even if you return it, she was giving us our money back. And he said, fine, I'll just take this up with Amazon. And she was like, no, I'll stick to it. You don't get your money back. She was just like screaming. So finally, my husband hangs the phone up. And so we called Amazon back to find out that, first of all, never buy from a third-party seller on Amazon. That's a whole nightmare. Learned a big lesson on that one. I will always double check, triple check that. I usually do check that, so I am surprised just because I don't want to go through any kind of hassles, because they have to deal with the returns if there's a return issue or anything, though we've never really had a problem. And so this one is a huge problem because, like I said, this seller did reach out to us. And then, so Amazon sent them another message and said, look, you guys need to take this product back, and you do have to pay us back our money when we return it. So they had asked us to take pictures of the box. It came in a crate. Take pictures of the crate and take videos as well. And when we get to the drop off, whether we have to pay or they have to pay, whether they send us the shipping label, either way, for us to take videos of it being at the drop off shipping place. So we were covered on all ends, that we could send all that to Amazon to prove that we never opened this box, this crate. And the crate is sealed. The latches are sealed with a black tape. My husband said, I've never even looked at it. And so, then we were like, well, the point is, they're saying they're not even going to return our money at all, even if we send it back. So now Amazon says, we got to do all these videos, blah, blah, blah. Then there'll be an investigation open if they don't refund our money. And if we show, the videos and the proof and what have you, then Amazon will file the claim to give us our money back. So this could tie up, almost $2,000 for quite some time, which that part's here nor there. It's the fact of, holy crap, how did these people were psychos, right? And so I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, we learned a big lesson on the fact that I will never buy something expensive from a third-party seller again. And so then, as I'm looking at the picture and I'm talking to the Amazon lady, we put her on speakerphone because we were both talking about different things of what we heard, and what happened. Because my thought process was this: when I looked at it and bought it, I posted it in a group and had told people that this one looked like a pretty decent one from what we were seeing. So hopefully nobody else ordered this and the same thing happened to them, that they missed the point in the way down in the print that it only prints an 8.27 print. So I'm going to show you this picture and look at the products that are on here. These are adult t-shirts. These are big tote bags, not even the smaller tote bag. These are bigger tote bags. Pillows that it's showing these DTFs on. Okay? No way in heck these are 8.27 size prints, because y'all know what that is. If you know what DTFs are, those are pretty much kids prints. A 9 is like an adult small. Okay? Just to have some context, I bought some 8s for my granddaughter that wears an large in large youth, and they looked kind of small still on that t-shirt as a large youth. Okay, so take that for an example of sizing when you're looking at this, and think about that. So if you know a typical DTF, they do for adults run from 9 to a 15-inch. So this is crazy that this is so small, and that the people didn't mention that in any of the comments of the reviews. And so now, which I wouldn't leave a comment, a review right now saying run from this company, but we're not, I guess they have us blocked so we can't leave a review. I don't know, but I wouldn't do it right now because we're still in trying to get our money back, obviously. But I just want you guys to be aware of this situation, that if you buy something that is a high priced item, which many of us do, craft stuff, $700-800 for sublimation printers and things like that, make sure that you do not get a third party seller. And that's sad to say for the third party sellers, but you almost aren't covered. Like, we're going to have to go through a crazy process to try to get our money back, because Amazon has to do an investigation, they have to file a claim. Like, it's going to be a journey. So if you're screwed and you are struggling with money, which I know I talk about that all the time with people, if you are struggling with finances and you save to get this printer, and then you find out that, hey, it's a little printer, first of all, if it's open, you can't even return it. And second of all, if it's not open, you may have missed the fact that it was smaller, right? Either way, you're going to lose your money. Be careful, guys. Like, word of warning. So here, I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Okay, so here's this. I've got the phone turned around, so I'm trying to show y'all. Look at this shirts. Can y'all see that? Okay. And the tote bag. See that? There is absolutely no way that any of those images, look at that line. There's no way that's an 8.27 image. No way. Okay? These were the images that were on there when we bought. Now, all of these that are on here listed right now were not on there the other day when we 2 or 3 weeks ago when we ordered. They were not there. There was 3, maybe 4, and one of them was out. Like, it had the, you know how it does the other circles? It was out. And this one has a small computer with it, which clearly we don't need. And there was one that didn't have an oven. So there were the 3, and then there was the other one. It was the same size because it was the same price. I don't know if it was a different color or what. I can't remember what that part was, but it didn't have, because see, here's some 26, almost $2,700 ones. I don't even know what these are. Let's look. Oh, see, that wasn't even on there. That wasn't even an option, because I would have gotten that. It wasn't even an option. So way down about this item, down here, it says roller on the sheet up to 8.27 wide. Okay, so that's what it says. And then I don't know if I ever did find how big the oven was, but the oven, I don't see it now, but the oven was not very big either, which was a shock. I can't even, now the reviews are not even on my side. There's only like 4 or 5 5-star reviews. Yeah, now the review area is gone off my side, so I guess maybe they kind of have us blocked out to a certain degree. So we can't put a review. I don't know. Because I've been looking for it a few minutes before I decided to do the video. But if you go to the 30-day return right here, okay, this item can be returned in the original condition for a full refund or replacement in 30 days of receipt. not true. Okay. Return policy, 30-day refund or replacement. Same thing, full refund or replacement in 30 days of receipt. And partial if it's been used, blah, blah, blah. So all of that, and even Amazon confirmed, that is false advertisement. So with all that being said, speaking to Amazon, they even acknowledged there's no way those images are 8.27, okay? They also stated that this was false advertisement as well. So they're also going to be looking into this company because clearly they are using their platform to make Amazon look bad at the end of the day, because what if people are in the same boat? So they're going to have someone take a look at this whole situation and these images, because what they're showing is not what the product is. And so again, I should have read that beforehand. We got excited, had, I was like, oh, that's a good deal. It was advertised at the time, by the way, as a flash sale. Y'all know how they do that sometimes, right? Where it says flash sale and it says 15 claimed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about if you're an Amazon shopper. So that's what made us buy it faster than let's research it first, because we thought it was a flash sale from the, now it is saying it's regular $16.98. It was not $16.98 that day. It was over $2,000. So it just, you're thinking you're getting a $300 savings or so, right? And as you know, that happens. I joke about it all the time. I've told people to do this. I save stuff in my cart, or I save it in my little underneath your cart, in your saved products, and watch your price change daily. You can even see it change multiple times a day, because once they know you're interested in that item price will go up. Watch and see if I'm telling the truth about that. I do it all the time. I put stuff in the cart, and if I didn't check out, like, because I want it, but I'm like, I don't need it today or whatever, the price will jump up. Let it sit there for a couple of days. It'll go down quite a bit, and then you buy it, because that's what it'll do. I don't know that, that's not every product, obviously, but it happens. I think I've showed y'all that on a video before. Let me see if I can pull this up without you seeing my personal information. Let me show you this part. Okay, so look here. So I have stuff in my cart, right? So if you just hit your save for later, and it goes down here to your items, right? So these are things that I've looked at, but I'm watching prices and stuff because it might be stuff I'm interested in, but do I need it right now? Not really. Oh, I just noticed this. This is a good deal because it was $19 when I first looked at it. So see, this dropped down $5. Oh, this is not available. This right here, these beads have changed from $19.99 to $9.99 several times. It goes back up and down, up and down. Well, this tint is now saying that it's not available, but this tint was also going up and down from, like, I believe it was $113 to $159.99. It was going up and down. I was watching it. So has this. This was $19.99 when I put it in the cart, and now it's $25.99. But it'll go back down. Watch Just put them in your cart, guys, and check it out and see if I'm telling you the truth. Now, this is absolutely not a bash on Amazon, because I'm sure they do there's some sort of a research on these companies, maybe making sure they have license and different stuff. So we'll see if Amazon handles this correctly. And if they don't, we will cancel our membership and call it a day, because eBay's out there still. This is not the only place you can buy stuff from. Is it convenient? Yes. They don't even do 2-day shipping anymore, and your membership has gone up. So you're really not, it's not as appealing as it used to be at the end of the day. I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you're a crafter, you probably have, that Michaels does third-party sellers. I don't ever buy from third-party sellers on Michaels either. Walmart does third-party sellers. So I don't buy from there either, just because it causes a different issue with returns. So this was definitely my stupidity and what have you. But this is by no means a bash on Amazon at this point, because like I said, they are saying that they have our back if the company does try to rip us off. That is supposed to be the protection of using their app. So we will see what happens, and I will keep you posted. But I did want to just share with y'all that I did say that was a good deal. I had saw some good information on the printer and got it. And I did mislead that to you guys, because I missed that part. So I'm sorry about that. I hope nobody ordered it. God, I hope nobody else ordered it, because I hope you're not going through the same thing we're going through. And, I know I ranted about what happened with HTV Ront, and I said when they made it right, they made me jump through hoops to make it right, but they did make it right, and I appreciate that, and I have bought from them since. So, this is kind of how I feel about this Amazon situation. If they make it right, then I will continue to buy from Amazon, just not third parties. And if not, I will just part ways with them as well, because somebody else wants my money. That's fine. So I just tell it like it is, and I own my own mistakes. So it is what it is. So thanks for listening to my crazy story, and I really do appreciate those of you that watch, and I hope y'all have a great week. We've been really busy trying to do the remodeling stuff. We had a lot of people coming and going, so I have not been able to do any crafting or videos or anything, but hopefully that will be soon, because we found somebody to put all the lights in the ceiling and stuff that we wanted, that I really liked. So we're going to get that done shortly, and we get our air conditioner Monday. So super excited about getting that stuff done. And if you're remodeling, always get numerous estimates, because y'all would be shocked at the price difference that these people have gave us. And thousands of dollars worth of difference, like not $2,000 or $3,000, like $10,000 and $12,000 differences and stuff. So always get multiple estimates. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.